Hello, and welcome to our stream. We are sitting on the floor. We're being floor kids today.
We are.
We have projects to work on. Hooray! I'm just getting into the YouTubes. There we are. Yep, we are live. Woohoo! Let's press pause on that though, because that'll screw me up. And there we go. So yes, we are live. We are doing the thing. We have things to work on. Yay. What are you working on, Sarah?
I am making two, what's going to end up probably being 1.5 foot across giant plush T20s.
Yes.
So currently I am making patterns for the numbers, which I can then draw about because I'm going to need lots and lots and lots of numbers, and making sure that they fit on the small part of my template, which will go on to make the big template for the dice.
Yay! I'm so excited that you actually know how to make D20s. It's pretty damn cool.
Yeah. Well, it's not my first time.
No, you're making it for a project.
Yes.
A project.
Sneaky project.
Say anything about yet?
No, because they're not confirmed yet, but this is for potentially an actual Bandursnatch project. And if not, hey, we have cool plushy dice. We have Cheyenne Martinez. Hello.
Hello.
So yeah, we are both drawing things on the floor. What are you doing, Mel?
Drawing things on the floor. I'm cutting out fabric for tote bags. This is my most recent fabric I've just cut out. My little pink unicorns. But essentially they're going to be fully lined tote bags. So I also need to do lining, which is right here, the fleecy boy. And I have various ones that I could be doing. So I've got lots of fabric that I just stocked up on at the fabric store.
She bought so much.
I bought so much. I ended up chatting to one of the people actually behind the counter who was who's going to MCM in Manchester and is hopefully going to do Caduceus from Critical Role.
Oh, cool.
So I was like, go to the Critical Role meet, they're real good.
One of your people.
Yes, there's a couple of cosplayers that work in Abercans. It's I've just found a new one though, so I'm like, oh, new person, yay, cosplay.
Hello, be my friend.
Basically, I mean, we were just talking about fabric, so it was fine. But I was like, yeah. She was like, "You going to Manchester?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do this and this." And
I'm sorry.
like,
Did you mean the usual way that Mel makes friends?
Also, I am wearing my Critical Role t-shirt, so it actually does strike up conversations. So it does actually work. It's weird.
Fair enough.
Yes. So yeah, I'm gonna be cutting out fabric for tote bags. Trying not to heat the microphone and the laptop. That would be great. But that way you can see kind of what I'm doing, ish, when I scooch back. Because I have specific measurements. There's another bit of thing that I needed. I was hiding a bit of chalk. I found this because, like, normally I've tried chalk before, and it's been a bit rubbish. But I found this tailor's chalk specifically, but there's a red one, and it actually shows up on stuff, which is great. Because a white chalk does not usually show up on this.
No.
It's a bit rubbish. Yeah, I need also specific sizes, but I need more measurement sizes. You just need template sizes. I mean, I could do it by template as well, but I'm also terrible at cutting out, so...
Yeah. I'm mostly trying to remember right now how numbers work.
Oh dear. How numbers do?
How do numbers?
How do numbers?
And trying to make it look like nice without being too blocky.
Yeah. But also so you can actually tell what the number is.
Exactly.
Which is always useful. Pretty good. So.
Which is why I got it down to work from.
Yes.
That's exactly why I did that.
Because they're very clear as to which one's which and which one's your 9, which one's your 6, etc, etc. So that's always good. Right. Let's Also, I'm really old school and actually work in inches for fabric measuring, weirdly. Which, considering I
I
buy
do
fabric
normally.
by
This is one of the rare occasions that I'm actually working in centimeters.
It's weird. Like, 'cause I always do like seam allowances and stuff in inches, and it's really strange because I obviously buy stuff in meters, but then I work in inches. Welcome to the British measuring system, where you just randomly combine both. Because why the heck not? Also, I'm terrible at straight lines, so I have big old rulery boy to help.
Well, we were aware that you're terrible at straight lines, Mel.
Terrible at being straight, guys. Terrible.
We did all know that. We did.
It's a real struggle for makeup when you can't do straight lines. That's why my eyeliner is always a bit weird.
Also, just you're terrible, kind of terrible at just being straight.
I mean, yeah.
Hatalia America says, "Hey, hello.
Hi, you were here.
How are you today?" I don't like a 5. I look like a 5.
You trying to figure out?
Maybe when I've curved it, it'll look all right. Meh. Keep going for now. I've already discarded like 3 2s because I sort of looked at them going, no, they're not right.
You do tend to find you get a bit perfectionist.
And
everyone else is like, it's fine, and you're like, yeah, but it's not though.
It's not though. It's not right.
It's not though. It's not right. I never thought I was a perfectionist, and then I started doing cosplay.
That bit's way too low. Yeah, I need to have... Honestly, this one needs to be more blocky. Okay, cool. Noted. Talia says, feeling a lot better than they were yesterday and Friday. Oh, you've been sick, love. That's sad. How are we both?
Good.
I'm good. Just trying to math. And not even normal math, because I can do that.
I can't. It's real fun when I just had to go, like for D&D, I just had to go, hey guys, I've rolled a 17 plus 5, what's that?
She's so spoiled. She's used to Roll20 that does it all for her. She's like, I don't want to play in person. I'll have to do the math. It's like, oh, welcome to D&D.
I know. I'm like, what's math now? I don't like this.
When I grew up, hell, there was no Roll20.
Back in the day. Back in the
day, Mel.
Back in the day. Okay.
But yeah, we're both pretty excited about the respective projects that we're working on, which is always cool to pull off. That doesn't always happen. And I said Mel is going to Manchester MCM in a couple of weeks with Luke.
Yes.
What are you guys taking?
We were actually just discussing this yesterday because we haven't actually fully decided yet, but we will be helping our friend Gabe on his tea stall. He is very kindly got us in to help him with that, so we won't be necessarily around and about MCM as much because obviously we'll be helping him as well. But if you are in the traders section at MCM Manchester and you see a big old tea stall called Beastly Beverages, you'll probably see me and Luke behind the tea stall helping Gabe.
Knowing them probably in some form of casual Critical Role nowadays.
Well, I think what we might be doing is, I don't know what days for what, and what we haven't fully decided yet, but I'm thinking possibly Bellatrix, because I haven't worn her in forever.
Yep.
And she is actually relatively comfy, weirdly.
Yeah.
Like,
as long as you don't put the corset too tight. Yeah.
Exactly, because like corsets are adjustable. That's the good thing about them. Depends on if she still fits or not. And I think Luke was talking about doing possibly Klaus from Umbrella Academy.
Oh, he's cute as calves.
Yes. And then I think we were talking about doing. Luke was going to do Caleb, and I'm going to do Yasha, I think, for the other day. Because I was kind of a bit hesitant about Yasha, and then Luke was like, "Why don't you just, because of the boots?" But then Luke was like, "Why don't you just like wear your flats, because you already put bandages and bits around it anyway?" And I was like, "That's fair. It's a good point." So
yeah. When we watched Umbrella Academy, Debbie just spent the entire time in the first episode just going, "But why is it you about Klaus?" It's like, shut up.
I mean, it is. I mean, me, you, and Luke all tend to do the same type of character as well.
Yeah.
So at different times, depending on.
Yeah, but that wasn't a case of why is it you? Why do you want to cosplay this? Just why is it you?
But why is it you though?
I'm only a little bit of trash human, okay?
Natalia is saying.
Got sent home on Friday.
Aww.
But if you're going to a Kiss gig tonight, I'm glad you're feeling better for that then. Because otherwise that would suck.
Yep.
But no, I tell you what, I genuinely was not aware that Kiss is still touring. I don't know if that makes me old or not, but it might.
Yeah, I think they go together. Like the fleecy and the pink. Okay. I really like this like cream fleece stuff. It's like a real nice weight. It's a bit of a horrible thing to sew sometimes, but it just makes like all the bags feel a good weight.
Yeah. Well, these dice are going to be hella obnoxious because we are actually doing them in Banda colours.
So there is going to be
an orange one with purple numbers and a purple one with orange numbers, and they're going to be obnoxious as hell.
Yes, I love it.
But at least we'll be able to find them easily, which is relatively important for the plans that we have.
Yes, indeed.
So, which once we have got them confirmed with the relevant people, we will let you guys know about, obviously.
Yeah, I was kind of talking about the SunnyCon plans last week on stream and saying I couldn't confirm anything yet because we haven't had it confirmed. Yeah. I was like, well, we have potentially 2 panels, but we don't know exactly which panels yet because we haven't had it confirmed.
Yeah.
But that's because people have been busy, so that's fine.
Apparently Hitalia has to watch a painter for almost 2 hours before Kiss comes on stage. What? Like as an opening act? Or
I'm gonna guess
what?
Not.
How? What?
Gonna guess not.
I'm confused.
Very confused. Okay. This is quite good actually, because I think I got so many meters or whatever, and I'm just getting like 3 lots of tote bag innards out of it.
That'll do. It's a little blocky, but I can curve it. That was one thing I didn't like about this previous dice is how I did the 5s, so I'm doing a bit more actual 5-like now.
Yeah. That makes sense. That's a good thing though about when you're working on new stuff. Like you end up improving your designs.
Apparently, yes, it's a painter as an opening act.
Wow. That's
weird. I mean, I hope they're good.
Yeah.
2 hours?
2 hours, man. Surely that's longer.
So you're effectively watching paint dry.
Yeah. Basically.
That doesn't seem like a good warm-up for Kiss.
No, it doesn't really.
You kind of want something to, get you pumped. That's the point. Weird. Oh well. I haven't gone to a gig in years, so I can't speak too loud. To be fair, my first ever gig was not actually my choice.
you go and see?
I like them now, but at the time I'd never heard of them. She says, going blank on the name because she's a terrible human being. Nightwish.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my flatmates in first year, who I did not enjoy, did, however, link up with a secondary flat, one of the members of whom became one of my best friends for years. And within like 3 days of meeting her, she was like, "You ever heard of Nightwish?" No. Here are all of their albums. We're going to go see them in November.
Oh, fabulous. Nice. Yeah, I have like an annoying amount left over here, but like that'll do for smaller dice bags as well. It's fine.
Yeah. In case you haven't been able to tell, Mel has been making a lot of dice bags lately.
A lot.
It has been a thing.
But now I moved on to tote bags, it's fine. I'm actually enjoying making stuff that's not focused on like how it fits my body and stuff. It's just kind of you cut a thing and you sew around it.
Apparently, even Iron Maiden had a better opening act last year. Again, Iron Maiden's still touring? Christ. But at the same time, dude, you seen Iron Maiden? Jealous.
Nice. I love this fabric. How cute is this fabric?
Are those foxies?
Foxies.
Cute foxies.
Very cute foxies. Like, to the point where I'm like, my manager will really like, at work, will really like this fabric. She may end up getting a tote bag.
Yeah, I'm not working on an actual cosplay right now, because I'm waiting on dye, which is hopefully going to arrive around Wednesday, because it's like, I could prime this for £3 extra, but the con's not for 4 weeks, so...
Exactly.
Which is SunnyCon, is my next con, and the Bandursnatch as a whole's next con.
Yes. Like, it's just me and Luke going to Manchester, because it's basically down the road from me.
Yeah.
So.
I think basically everyone is doing rewears for this one. I don't think anyone's doing anyone new, except me.
I was going to say, except you.
Potentially Debbie, but I'm not going to mention what that one is in case she doesn't end up doing it, because I don't want to drop her in it.
Yes, that's fair.
But I am doing a femme version of Aziraphale from Good Omens.
Whoop, whoop.
Because within about 10 minutes of watching it, my best friend messaged me going, "So all I need for Crowley is sunglasses and contacts. We're doing this, right?" Basically.
That sounds like Jeannie.
And those of you who have seen Jeannie on our vlogs and helped behind the scenes of vlogs and of CMVs and stuff, she does not easily masculine because she has a hell of a lot of hip. Although she is wigging for the very first time at a con.
Is she?
Well, she's borrowing your Bellatrix potentially, isn't she?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And she's also doing Miss Argentina from Beetlejuice.
Nice.
Who has a very obvious fringe, and Jeannie does not. So she has actually gotten a wig, and we're going to try this thing.
Cool.
But so yeah, I am putting together Aziraphale, trying to decide if I can get away with just using my hair. Like, this is the headband I'm going to use for him because it's cute and tartan. There's a little bow.
Yes.
I found in Claire's. But for the most part, I am just buying stuff for this. But I do have to dye the dress that I'm wearing a few shades darker brown because it's a bit too pale right now. Natalia might be going to see Iron Maiden again next year. Cool. And the last tour for Kiss. Yes, Jeannie is who cosplays McGonagall for our panels.
Yes.
So you'll see what I mean.
She did Bellatrix.
Hell a lot of hip, which binders don't really help as much with as they do for tit. So she does not crossplay as a rule. So whenever we do pairings, we tend to just femme them. I mean, she has said she's not doing anything deliberately femme for Crowley because Crowley is such high bi energy that you don't really need it.
Oh yeah, like 100%.
So she's going to be wearing basically exactly what David Tennant wears, just with femme cut rather than guys. whereas I'm going much more vaguely pretty Lolita as Aziraphale. Just because of the dress, sort of like a double-breasted waistcoat, short mini dress that I'm going to wear with a petticoat underneath and a cardigan over the top.
Cute.
But I know I had to keep the tartan somewhere, because that's specifically in the book that Aziraphale thinks that the be-all and end-all of fashion is tartan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for those of you who haven't read the book, as a little thing, that's why, for people who have seen Good Omens, when he hands over the flask to Crowley, that's why the flask is tartan.
Oh, cute. I haven't read the book in years. Like, it's been many, many years.
It is one of my favourites. I grew up on Pratchett a lot. My dad introduced me to Pratchett, and I read it a lot. I actually nearly put myself off Pratchett when I first read it, yeah. Because the first one I ever tried to read was Lords and Ladies. That's one of the few that you really need to have read the previous few.
See, I think I started Pratchett with the wrong book. I think I started with the first book.
Yeah, that's actually a good thing about Pratchett, is don't read Colour of Magic first. It's odd.
Yeah. I kind of got put off Pratchett myself by kind of doing the same thing, really.
Yeah, Alicia is saying, I don't know who any of these people are. Crowley and Aziraphale are from a series and a book called Good Omens. It's on Amazon Prime. It's about the apocalypse, and it's a lot of fun, and they are hella gay. Make them gay, cowards! They are close as married to get to that you can get without actually saying it on screen. And who else have I mentioned? Yeah, Miss Argentina from Beetlejuice. She's the receptionist when they go into the afterlife. So she is very pink and green and fabulous. And Jeannie's wanted to cosplay her for about a decade. So
this fabric is like real good both sides.
Oh, Hatalia's watching Good Omens. What are you thinking, Hatalia? Yeah, Devin and I warmed through it in like a weekend.
We took our time with it. Me and Matt sat and watched it, and we took our time with it, and we were good. But yeah, it was really good. Because he'd wanted to, like, because he listens to a lot of audiobooks, he's got a good, like, hour walk to work and back every day.
Yeah.
So he'd, like, audiobooked it, and he was like, it's really good, but we should watch, like, I'll finish doing this before we watch the series kind of thing. I was like, yeah, that's cool. I read it a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it, so I was like, cool, because it's a Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett, like, book.
Yes.
So there was a Neil Gaiman in it that made me go, yeah, cool, I want to read this.
See, in my case, it was Pratchett.
Yeah, exactly.
Good Omens was my first introduction to Neil Gaiman, and then I got a few of his other books, and I would say you can definitely tell when having read both of them, when you go back and reread Good Omens, you can tell which bit is influenced from each of them.
Oh yeah, even watching the series, I was like, I can tell which bits which.
Yeah.
Because like, Matt is really into Pratchett as well. He really likes Pratchett, and I really like Neil Gaiman, so
yeah,
kind of worked. But it's also like, if something's just entertaining anyway to watch.
Oh yeah, Good Omens is just good in its own right, even if you've never read the book or have no interest in the authors.
Exactly.
It's fun. They are hella gay. Some of the effects on occasion are a little bit dodge, but that's about literally the only complaint I had about the whole thing. There we go. That'll do. It's my 5. Only 5 numbers to go. And then I got to draw them out on felt. Draw them out multiple times on felt.
I love my foxy boy. He's real cute.
Well, the thing is, because I'm doing a D20, I'm going to have like 11 or 12 ones.
Oh god, yeah, so
Sit it out and maths it out. Okay.
Ooh. I mean, I've got literally a tape measure in front of me where I'm measuring 20 inches.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm totally not using... I'm recycling old cereal boxes for patterns.
I mean, that sounds like a good plan.
As a general rule, it's the easiest cardboard to hand in this house.
Yes.
Because Debbie and I are both slightly cereal fiends.
Like, how many not?
Cereal is our go-to, I can't be asked to cook meal.
That's fair. It's a good go-to.
Because we're basically students. And we never really grew out of that.
I mean, it's also where you both work full-time, so
yeah,
slightly less so, but yeah.
Yeah, I am currently... Alicia, you may have missed what I'm making, yes. I am making of plushy D20s. They are potentially going to be for a Banda project, which we haven't had confirmed yet, but I'm making 2 in the Banda colours, so it's going to be purple with orange numbers and orange with purple numbers, and they're possibly going to end up being about that big, about 1.5 foot across.
I love this so much.
Yeah, I made this when it was in breaks from doing exams, so I must have been about 21. So this is nearly a decade old. It's entirely hand sewn. I actually cut the panels separately from a skirt that I found in a charity store. It's falling to absolute pieces now. And it does not roll very well. But I've made a few others over the years. People have commissioned me for some. And we're doing them for a project. Apparently Hitalia is hoping to meet us all at SunnyCon next year, but can't come to any this year because they are a broke human who can't go to any more cons.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean,
Yeah,
we're doing SunnyCon.
I probably shouldn't be, because, like, don't get me wrong, I'm coming to Sunny because we've already paid for it and everything, but at the same time, possibly don't let me spend any money in the dealer's hall.
I mean, you and Debbie are both, like, absolute love the dealer's hall, whereas I tend to go and, like, I think I bought one thing, which was a commission for a file.
Yeah. I bought a lot of stickers this year. And a lot of badges. I didn't get anything big, which is good because I have no wall space. But I think we've mentioned this before. Debbie and I tend to treat things like that as shopping for these guys' Christmases.
Yes.
We'll get lots of little bits over the course of the year, and then just mix and match for birthdays and Christmas. But yeah, it would be lovely to meet you, Hitalia,
Yes.
if you manage to make it. We always love meeting new people.
We do.
If you do make it, one thing we will say is please don't be nervous. Please come talk to us.
Come talk to me. Come talk to me. I talk to everybody.
Yeah.
As you can find out when I go talk to the fab people in the fabric shop about cosplay, because I found out that like 3 of them are cosplayers because I talked to them.
Apparently Hitalia spent about 27, almost £27 this year.
You guys spent a lot
I
more?
didn't have £100 in my wallet.
Oh, Sarah.
That I did not come home with.
Oh boy.
If it helps, that's partly because I brought a new wand. And that was more expensive than intended, but...
I was on a bit of a budget for this year's SunnyCon, but it really helped us having the apartment that we could kind of cook in, because basically I had £100 to spend for the weekend, including food and everything else.
Yeah.
Because I was like, if I get £100 out, and then that's my budget, and then we'll try and stick to that. And then it was like I had money left over, so...
Apparently Alicia did worse than me.
Oh, wow.
Alicia did not think that they'd bought too much until they got home and played it all out, and now they're very broke, and they spent 120.
Ooh, ouch.
Oh, and we have a new person in chat, Melissa Buckley. Hello, Melissa.
Hello. Melissa was here last week, I believe. So
I am not in streams as often as Mel, partly because Mel runs them. If Mel's not available, you don't get a stream. And because normally on Sundays I am gaming. So I am normally at a friend's house playing my very angry halfling druid. Hetalia said, oh, that's what Victor said when I met him this year. Like, come up and say hi. Yeah, yes. Please do. We love meeting people. That's quite a bit, Sarah. Yeah, no kidding.
I was very well behaved. I was quite impressed. Like, I could have spent more because there was some beautiful art. Oh my god, the artist. Amazing.
Like I said, like 30 quid of that alone. Yeah, 30 quid of that alone was the wand, because they had a Noble Collection wand, so, and that's, quite frankly, a lot cheaper than you'd normally spend on a Noble Collection wand. So I figured, why not? And Narcissa needed a new wand anyway.
Yeah.
And apart from that, it was a lot of little pieces, some of which were presents for people.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah.
Granted, you guys are usually better at getting presents throughout the year as well. Like, I'm terrible at getting presents throughout the year, so then it comes to Christmas time and I'm like, oh no, I'm going to buy all the presents for everybody.
There is a box that lives under my bed, which is just full of many and varied little present bits that will eventually go to someone.
Yeah, because we end up all kind of doing little bits and bobs.
Yeah. It wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't the fact of Debbie and I are going to Italy at the beginning of September. And while that's all paid for, with the exception of like insurance, I would like some spending money. So that's why I can't buy anything at SunnyCon this time round, because I need that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Apparently, Melissa's other account is May Cosplays.
Ah, it's May.
Mel knows who that is. And if Natalia could have, they would have spent £150.
Ooh.
Probably same. And Elisa says, spent £25 on a K-pop album, then the rest was prints and pins. Yeah, basically. Oh, and another new person, Sample Cosplay. Hello.
Hello.
For people who have just come in, Mel is making dice bags, or at least cutting out fabric for dice bags.
Cutting out.
And I am making patterns for numbers, which are eventually going to go on a big, even, and better at rolling, hopefully, because that one likes to roll ones.
Yeah, please don't.
Unless my dad rolls it. Dad cheats and he squishes it into the right shape first.
Please don't use that one, thanks.
My dad is a cheat. We're aware of this.
I'm just like, please don't roll ones.
Please no.
Please no. Like, we ended up doing our first, our second session of our Banda campaign that Sarah was DMing for us the other day.
We did.
It was so good. It was so good.
Sample likes your t-shirt, Mel.
Thank you. Good old Critical Role.
I'm going to say it's not mine because there's nothing on mine. Mine's just a tank top.
Oh, apparently this is a meter. This is a very, very wide meter. It's a meter across, sure, but it's a very wide meter. This is a good time in the sale.
Right. I'm assuming that's a Critical Role reference, Mel, so I'll let you read that comment.
Well, I'm not in the chat right now. I'm trying to cut so I can...
Okay, Sample says beep, beep and bidet.
Bidet! Bidet! It's a Critical Role reference.
I was going to say, I'm assuming that's a Critical Role reference.
Yes!
And Laughing Hat. Hey, Laughing Hat.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, Hitalia is saying you all seem very kind and nice, so I can't wait to meet you all. Oh, you're sweet.
Blair's not here, so I got to do the voguing. I'm very nice and sweet until I'm your friend, you know.
And then you DM for us, and then you're mean. Mean.
Hey!
Mean!
Did you die? Did you die?
No, because I have a racial trait that means when I drop to 0, I go to 1 hit point.
Oh, you wouldn't have died, Mel. You get 3 saving rolls. God.
I was scared, Sarah. I was scared.
It was a hard fight. Mel did not like it.
It was a hard fight. I'm the blooming tank. Of course I didn't like it. I'm the tank when I'm not used to being the tank as well. Like, I literally don't usually do tank in, like, video games or, like, D&D. But I am the tank in this game. And we need a healer real bad.
To be fair, it is
Lots of
scary when the
healer.
tank goes down.
Yeah, just a
The
wee
tank goes
bit.
down, it is scary.
And it's also when she's your healer too.
Yeah.
Because we don't have a healer yet, and I'm the paladin.
Apparently, Melissa wants to meet us, but is hella shy. Aww. Can never find us at con.
Depends what con you're going to. If it's one where we're doing a panel or a table, hi, you know exactly where to find us.
The potential easiest way to try and find us at cons, honestly, is when you are at con, drop a quick message into the Bandursnatch Facebook page.
Yes.
Yes.
Because Lee's done that, and Lee met us at Manchester last year because.
And when one of us are paying attention, then which I will admit, not always guaranteed, but we'll do our best. We can let you know where we are at that point. We can hang around at that point, and we can do things that way.
Like what we'll always try and do is always try and put selfies up like in the morning if we remember.
Yes, so that you can at least see what we look like for that day.
And also like if we are going to be anywhere like at a panel or at a table or anything like that, then we'll kind of put that up. Like I was just saying that MCM Manchester, Luke and I are going to be helping on a tea stall for quite a lot of the time. So essentially, come meet us at the tea stall. Come meet us at Beastly Beverages, and you'll find us there. Because we're helping our friends sell tea. But we will be in cosplay.
Let's see. Laughing Hat just got back from Sci-Fi Valley, and it was so much fun and drank so much bubble tea. Bubble tea is the best. Alicia apparently gets really nervous and was really thankful that Blair approached him first.
Aww, but you always come up. You've come up to me before. It's fine.
Samples asking, what cons are you going to this year? Mel and Luke are doing MTM Manchester, as just mentioned. We are doing SunnyCon Liverpool, which is at the beginning of August. I don't know if we're doing Birmingham in November.
Don't know yet.
Like that's usually a potential one for us, but we'll have to see what he's like.
Will be pretty much certain at this point, so
that's always cool.
Rycon in Glasgow.
That will never be me and Debbie for Rycon in Glasgow because it's a one-day con and it's well too much effort to get up there from Bristol, unfortunately. Apparently, Melissa is going to MCM Manchester and MCM Birmingham this year. Laughing Hat, Sci-Fi Valley, and probably HazardCon. What's HazardCon? I have not heard of that one.
I'll probably be at possibly at Preston Comic Con as well, but it's real small because it's literally my local one down the road. So.
Oh, that's the point. Debbie and I will probably end up doing the Bristol Comic Con again because I believe they're doing one later this year because that was quite fun earlier this year.
Small local ones are kind of a norm, but then I tend to take my stepsister to them, so I'm not really doing Bander things.
Yeah.
I'm being a good stepsister and taking my stepsister along. And then Luke and I have got a LARP in December. Yeah, I don't really know what else. There might be another couple that might Luke and I might end up going to MC Scotland sort of September time.
Yeah.
Because again, local to Glasgow, so it means I can stay with Luke on his sofa.
Yeah.
Which is why we're doing MCM Manchester, because localish to me, so Luke can stay on my sofa.
Okay. Hatalia says really want to buy bubble tea, but don't know if it's good or not. It's super good.
So good. So good.
You get two different kinds of actual tea. You get milk or fruit.
Fruit. Always fruit.
I'm not very keen on the milk. The fruit is basically just like juice, but with caffeine in. And again, with the bubbles, you either get tapioca, which I did actually try recently. It's quite nice. It doesn't really taste it very much. It's just a nice chewy thing.
Oh no, texture. Oh no.
And then the other kind are different fruit flavored little bubbles. So they are little edible, almost plastic's the wrong word, but little edible shells with a different flavored fruit juice in, and so you get a different wash of juice, and they're quite nice. HazardCon is a small con in PA. Cool.
Philadelphia.
Melissa is going to Birmingham. Melissa is saying that Birmingham November will be their last for the year. Laughing Hat agrees that bubble tea is everything. Hell yeah.
It is.
And Sample has 4 cons lined up with way too little time in between, and they're stressed.
Oh no. Been there, done that, fam.
Yeah.
Been there, done that. That's a bad
Melissa says that the bubbles feel weird when you bite into them. They are a little bit, like when you first try them, but once you get used to them, they are just really tasty.
Yeah.
I might have my own like bubble tea straw now, because I have a reusable one because they were selling them and they were cute.
Do you know what, actually, I literally just bought on Amazon some reusable straws because I hate the paper straws. Hate them with the passion.
Talia says, might try the fruit ones. The fruit
Like,
can recommend.
You don't really like tea, do you, Sarah? Like, at all?
I do not.
Nope. You like bubble tea because it doesn't really taste like tea, it just tastes like fruit juice.
With caffeine in, though.
True.
Which I approve of that part. It's like I like general like sort of like cold fruit teas. I'm finding I'm not so I don't dislike as much. Like I've started having whatever the Starbucks mango black tea one is. That one's really nice.
It is really good, that one.
Sample says they get to see Matt at Stockholm Comic Con, so it's worth it. Who is Matt?
Matt Mercer.
Oh. I'm assuming. I'm not a critical person.
Can you tell? I mean, I know Debbie's met him years and years ago because he's also obviously a voice actor.
Yeah.
And apparently he was very nice, which is
Melissa said, I liked the live. Is that the live stream that we did at Insomnia? The very new around the cosplay area that we did.
Or it might be, like maybe, I don't know, maybe a live show or something?
Don't know.
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Why is this all off? Oh, don't tell me it's like a bit off at the bottom. Oh, flipping heck. Nearly swore. Nearly swore. Being a good child.
Translation, she's trying to show me up, is what she's doing. Oh, this live stream is what Melissa meant.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh.
Apparently, Leuna is now in. Hello.
Hi.
Now they have to miss Manchester MCM. That's a shame.
Aww.
Debbie and I aren't doing it because, honestly, for some reason, getting to Mel's is an absolute trial for us. Despite the fact that it's actually not very far. The trip hates us.
It did last time when you came up before SunnyCon.
Yeah. We tend to only do and she's sort of a waypoint in the middle.
Yeah, basically. Because
if we try and do it after sort of like late days at work, we're not going to get there till midnight easy, and it's just not a good time. Natalia says, I like fruit teas more than normal teas. I'd probably end up agreeing with you nowadays, but I'd have to have them cold. I don't like hot drinks. It's a thing. Melissa doesn't like tea. Fair. Oh, Natalia has to go. Bye, Natalia.
Bye. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much for coming for a chat.
I like this stuff, considering I got it for £3. For the big, huge piece, it's just on 2 lots of lines.
Give me your fabric store, honestly. Rude.
I mean, I did. This stuff was like £2-3 a metre. Same with like some of the other stuff that I got. I got a huge roll of ribbon for £1. I went like I spent quite a bit of money, but I did kind of go like proper shopping for specific things. So I got, in fact I got 2 of these because they were so good, and I was like, I need ribbon real bad for all my bags and stuff. So I'd wanted cheap ribbon anyway, and this is like a cream colour. So I got a full. It's real nice, like it's grosgrain as well, so it's like the proper fabric knife.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. That's
All right. Melissa says hot chocolate any day. Debbie would agree with you.
Ooh,
I just, in general, I don't like hot drinks.
Yeah,
It's a thing.
fair.
Leuna might be going on a speed run marathon.
Nice.
Not going with you. I go to the gym 3 times a week, or at least I'm trying to go to the gym 3 times a week.
Plenty, you'll be fine.
I'm trying to get back up to 3 times a week. I've been kind of lame recently. Mostly because my ankle keeps going, hello, I exist and I don't like you.
This piece is
Melissa says if they can post their lineup on the Facebook page, we'll do it so Mel knows what you're cosplaying as.
Yes. I mean, I can't always promise that I'll know exactly what it is if it's anything anime, because...
Yeah, like if you're going to do that, include photos.
Yeah, put a photo in and then I'll be like, hi. But also, if you're at MCM Manchester, we'll literally be at the tea stall, so just come find us. It's probably easier, because we will be very easy to find, because it's... Gabe tends to have, like, a double length stall as well, so it's a big stall full of tea.
It's called, what's it called again, Mel?
Beastly Beverages. But Luke
So yeah, look out for Beastly Beverages. And
yeah,
right.
We'll either be there or we'll be somewhere close by. So
yeah, this middle is a very nice bit. I get to go, I've got a 6 and a 9. Whoa! One less to do. So I'll just make little dots and stick them next door.
Yeah,
indicate
I
whether it's a
this
6
from
or a
halfway
9.
across the fabric store last week, because I went shopping last week as well, kids. I might not go shopping at cons, but apparently I go shopping at the fabric shop a lot. I spotted this from halfway across the store. It was like tied in a piece up to the thing, and I was like, yoink, because I saw it was Duchess satin, and I went and felt it. It was like, that's Duchess satin if ever I felt it, and I'm like, yes, this is a good satin piece. Remnants.
Okay. Melissa says it's not going to be an anime one. It's one from a game and one from Markiplier on YouTube.
Oh, you told me about it last week. Yes, I remember now. You're doing Darkiplier. You're doing like a version of Markiplier. I remember now.
Ah. Yay for the easy number. I like 7s.
Right. Let's get rid of this. Yeah. So it says on my little tag. I think I'm able to get at least 2 lots of lining out of this.
Yeah, Darkiplier and Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil.
Ah, yes.
Which...
like I said, we don't know exactly which ones we're doing yet, but we think it'll be Bellatrix for me and Klaus from Umbrella Academy for Luke for one of the days, and then Caleb and Yasha for the other, I think. But it might change, and we don't know which days are which yet.
Yeah, if you haven't got a chance and you want something to watch and you have Netflix, that is also one we'd recommend, is Umbrella Academy.
Yes, it's so good.
Thoroughly enjoyed Umbrella Academy. I haven't read the comic it's based on. It's based on a comic by Gerard Way, who was the lead singer for an emo band whose name I've gone blank on, despite the fact that I have... Cute, despite the fact that I have most of their albums. I'm just bad at names, guys. I'm surprised that I get as far as I do being a GM without going, that thing. In the place. As it is so far, things that I have not named so far. The NPCs that I've not named, we have one that Alison named, whose name is Louisa, and apart from that, we've got Greg, Gary, and Matt. Because I'm not so good at coming up with fantasy names on the fly, apparently.
Poor Greg.
I've been very mean to Greg. Greg has been very fun to be mean to. Apparently Laughing Hat loves Stranger Things.
Oh, Stranger Things is so good. I haven't finished it yet.
I still haven't seen it. Debbie loves it. She has finished season 3.
I'm surprised Debbie's watched it on her own.
It's well,
the
technically she didn't.
Okay.
She watched it in the front
Undead
room.
things.
I just wasn't paying attention.
Ah, okay. I was like, Debbie's not the best with undead things. There's a lot of undead things in that. A lot of horrible beasties.
She watched the first one. No, tell a lie. She didn't even watch the first series by herself. She was down here with the laptop, headphones plugged in, because all of a sudden, out of nowhere, all that came was, "No! Don't put your hand in the tree, you idiot! It's bleeding!" I was like,
I love it.
usually it's me yelling at people, so it's unusual to have Debbie doing it. Know if people just being so stupid, it's like, why? The one for me was, this was a while ago. I was on a train.
Oh no.
And I was watching Sleepy Hollow.
Oh.
That was it. Oh, and someone made the stupidest decision for absolutely no reason to do so. And I had to pause it and sort of stare into the middle distance for a few seconds because why did you do that? But then when I played it again, he got insta-karma killed. It was like, yep, serves you right.
Serves you right for being stupid.
I have no sympathy, my dude.
I mean...
last thing I have... Thank you in and see you later.
See you soon.
Right, I've got 2 numbers left to go. I do an 8 and a 0. I'm sure a 0 will be so hard, so I'm going to do that one first. And then figure out the 8.
I'd probably get something to draw around. Get something circular.
Yeah, but I'm fitting them all within the same size original thing, Mel, so they all look the same size when I'm done.
Okay.
So they're not going to be round, they're going to be more sort of tall because they're fitting within a 10 by 6 square.
I'm getting quite good. I've got quite a lot of linings and stuff cut now, which is good. Getting the but yeah, kind of looking to do something a bit different with the projects that we're doing. Like, also I've not really had like any kind of cosplays kind of shout at me and say cosplay me recently. So I'm like, this is something that, to be honest, is quite nice because I don't have to sit and fit it to my body.
Yeah.
I can just kind of be like, hey, I just draw some 20-inch by 20-inch squares. It's all good.
Like, the other thing I'm planning currently on doing for Sunny, apart from, as mentioned, FM, is probably going to be the 13th Doctor because it exists.
Yay.
I haven't worn it that often. I don't have to wear a wig.
Yes.
Which is nice.
And she's comfy.
Yeah, she is very comfy. If sunny Liverpool is going to be anywhere near as hot as sunny Newcastle,
yes.
lack of wig and the ability to be able to take the coat off
Yes.
is going to be a godsend.
Indeed.
Because sunny Newcastle was hot, guys.
Yup, certainly was. I was very glad I was in like Marauders and Jenkins for most of the weekend. Yasha was a bit warm on Friday, but
Yeah.
like to the point where Luke and I were going to do for MCM, we were going to do Ruby of the Sea and the Gentleman, which is both body paint from Critical Role.
Not that they have a critical role problem or anything.
No, not at all. Honest. But Luke was like, I can't do body paint. He did body paint Friday and Sunday of SunnyCon Newcastle, and it was very warm both days. And body paint when you're very warm is not a good time.
Not a good time for anyone.
So I was like, that's absolutely fair. Plus then we realised we have to get somewhat comfy. Like, if you're kind of helping behind the table, you need to be somewhat comfy because you're going to be crawling around and doing stuff and don't necessarily want to be in a really hard to wear cosplay, which is why I'm like, I didn't want to wear Yasha because of the boots, and then Luke was like, but you can wear flats on the boots. I was like, I could wear my flat docks that are really comfy. Think I'll do that. Because obviously I'm also going from home as well, so I can literally, if I wanted to on the day, change my mind. So
yeah. I must admit that is the other reason why I'm going with the Doctor because I am pinching Debbie's Newt boots to wear for a Xerophil, and hey, those are the boots I wear for the Doctor.
Nice, less packing.
So I may only have to pack one pair of shoes and travel in the other pair.
Ooh, nice.
Sample says, do you use body paint? We do. Our favourite, and the one we recommend to everyone, which unfortunately is getting trickier and trickier to get hold of though, is called Mayron Paradise Paint.
It's really good.
It's water activated, and because of that, and it stays really well, but because it's water activated, it also comes off in the shower.
Yeah.
We like that. And you only have to do, like, the one downside for, like, Luke, for example, is his eyes tend to water. So he does end up with, like, sort of running down his face, which is not a good time, unfortunately. But apart from that, it holds super damn well.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it's getting harder and harder to find without costing the earth.
Like, I've managed to find, I think it's just certain colours. Like,
Yeah.
they're just really hard to find. But yeah, it's getting a bit weird. But to be honest, most of the time eBay or Amazon have the things. It's just doing a bit of a search for them at the moment.
It's getting. What I'm finding it's easier to do if rather than just searching for Mayron Paradise Paint, it's easier if you do your research first, find the specific colour that you want,
Yes.
and you search for that colour.
Yes.
It
That's
seems
how
to
I found
work
the red
better.
one. Like,
Also,
issues.
in this particular scenario, don't just stick to eBay and Amazon. I have found there because you know how I mentioned that Jeannie, the character that she's planning on doing, has got green skin.
Yes.
Miss Argentina. And she was asking for my help searching stuff, and I wasn't getting anywhere. So I just put it into Google, and this site came up that is all about face paint, and they're selling it for about 11, 12 quid.
Yeah, I think I've also been on that site as well before. It's like an FX site, essentially.
Sample says, never found a website that ships here. Where is here?
What's the UK?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
Unfortunately, with no idea of where here is. Norway. Yes. Not quite the same location, but one of our friends is in Denmark, and she has got the same sort of complaints of that sort of area of the world. It's a pain in the butt to ship things into.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't know, my friend. Sorry. Yeah, unfortunately, because we're all UK based, we can't really advise for different locations. So, sorry for that, my dude. But if you ever get hold of some, Mayron is what we recommend.
Yes.
I think the funniest thing was at Insomnia, someone actually asked me, what would you do if that didn't come back off? Like, I guess I'd be blue.
That is funny. I mean, it's also why I like the water-based stuff, because it literally comes off in the shower, so it means you can just go to work as normal on the Monday morning. It's great.
Yep. Okay, Sample said they were just curious. That's cool. We would like to be more helpful, but on occasion, we just can't.
We don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, we discovered Mayron traditional ones by a drunk chick in the loo suggesting it to us.
Yes.
Which, at least at UK-based cons, is how you discover any cool stuff.
Which was good, because that was the first time we'd done, I'd done Mystique, and it was, and you'd done Kurt.
I'd done Kurt.
We had about 5 layers of snaz on us, and it was horrible, and it just kept coming off, and we were trying to repaint ourselves, and she was like, why don't you just use Mayron? And we're like, what is this?
Yeah.
What is this?
We were having to apply about every half hour or so. It sucked.
Ridiculous. Luckily we only did it the once, because then we took that person's advice and used Mayron.
Like, it does depend on your skin, though, because as we mentioned before, Alison is perfectly fine with snaz.
Luke's used snaz as well. I think he used to use snaz for, what's his face? Metaton.
Yeah. But just for me and Mel, it hates us.
It does hate me. I mean, it might be the blue especially, like it might be because it's such a bright colour. And you've got to put so much of it on. I think maybe for a paler colour you'd probably be alright.
To be fair, tried to be clever and like use fixing spray to apply it rather than water.
Yeah.
And I think that may have actually been a detriment.
Yes, I think it probably was. And we're still brand new to doing like body paint and stuff as well at that point.
We were. Sample says they use grease paint because for some reason it's easier to ship. Fair enough.
Yeah, because you've got like cryolan and stuff like that, which is like I guess because again it's theatre, isn't it? So it's more of a theatre based thing rather than like Mayron tends to be more of a cosplay thing.
Yeah.
Whereas
which might be why the price is going up, to be honest.
Yeah.
Why one of the major pieces of advice I give people when they're shopping on eBay is, for the love of God, don't put the word cosplay in there.
No, don't do it.
Because it will rack the price up. I'm not sure eBay have all the money in the world. We don't, dudes. I actually had someone at work was asking me about cosplay and Bandursnatch and that the other day. Sort of, I mentioned, oh yeah, I've got to finish paying for this hotel, and then we've got to sort out the travel, and I'm still working on this cosplay, and that's going to be at least another 20 quid. And she was just looking at me as like, and you enjoy this? Like, yes, it's my favourite hobby.
I love cosplay, it's my favourite. Yeah, it's still weird to people that aren't into it, but then anything is really. I find football weird, so you know that's all people talk about at work sometimes. So.
Yeah. Apparently, you can activate the paint with a setting spray. The kid will rise faster, but it makes it stay on way better. See, that's what we tried, and it did not go well for us.
Yeah, so we tried like the proper setting spray as well, wasn't it? But to be honest, like I found that just the water, but as long as it's in a spray bottle and you're not putting much on, it's the best. Like,
yeah, we tried it with the setting spray the first time that we did it with the snaz, and I don't know which was worse, the fact that it was snaz or the fact that we tried to use the setting spray, so.
Yeah, it was just a bad time.
Can't speak for everyone, but for us, it sucked.
Yeah, it was just a bad time for us both, though, as well, and that's what made us go, this isn't working properly, because if it just been one of us, like, whose skin was a bit weird, it would be like, oh, okay, then that's why.
Yeah.
But yeah, to be honest, so it feels a lot nicer on the skin. Plus, I always do like just a normal makeup primer as well underneath.
Yeah.
And then I always do obviously a set with like eyeshadow, and then I'll set with the fixing spray as well. And again, just a normal makeup fixing spray like seems to work fine. But also setting with like either talc or like translucent powder or eyeshadow, like set doubly, and then it won't come off as easy. Like the only time it ever comes off for me is if for example it's Mystique and it's all the way down and I get a little bit sweaty, like it'll start to come off kind of down there. But on my face it's fine.
It's strange that it did that with us with the setting spray. Snaz is weird though. Yes, it is. It's great for details and stuff, but my god, it stains like crazy.
Yeah, it does stain a lot as well. Because I think Daniel was using. That's because you're using Snaz, man. Snaz stains like a bitch. Like Mayron doesn't as much.
Yeah.
Like I'd still always put body paint on in a bathroom so you can rinse away any mess you make easily. But
yeah.
Like we never really have much of an issue with it. But I think as well because we're all so used to it, like to the point where we have bloody body paint rooms.
Yeah.
Because people that body paint have to get up earlier, funnily enough. So,
weird that.
I think Insomnia was our room, was mine and Luke's room was the body paint room.
Yep. Easier than trying to get other people up.
Yes.
Yeah, the other thing that I find that most cosplayers tend to sort of learn very quickly not to use, that a lot of people, sort of regular people will, is actually fake blood.
Yeah.
Because that stains like a bitch.
It stains so bad, and it's sticky, and it feels gross when you wear it all day. Like it's fine for like a Halloween party or something, I guess, but like it also gets on everyone else.
Like for one of my friends, it worked quite well, in a dark way. Because she went as she went to like 3 parties consecutively. And so she was wiping it off every day, but because it's stained, she kept getting more and more realistically
No.
blood covered.
Oh. Like, I know a lot of LARPers still use it, because I know, like, Jade uses it, for example, but
Yeah,
I personally absolutely hate it.
yeah,
Like, I'd much rather use, like, the bloody scab stuff, which is basically just, like, almost like congealed blood. Like, as though, like, and you can use it really effectively, like, around, like, a wound type thing. And it looks
yeah.
really effective, but it just wipes off with a makeup wipe. So when I used to do a lot of like Left 4 Dead cosplays, and that obviously involves like blood and gore and bruises, because it wasn't sticky and it wasn't gross, and it didn't come off like it didn't just
Yeah.
dribble, and it didn't stick to everything, and it wasn't disgusting. So I was like, cool, I would rather use that. It
You
might
can do
not look as cool.
surprisingly, like Blair used to use food colouring.
Yeah, but again,
And in the
staining.
past, I have just used blood covered lipstick.
Yeah, I've used lipstick as well.
There are some professional fake bloods that are great and don't stain, but the ones you get in crafting stores and party stores are a big oof. Yes, they are.
Yeah, like
And
Mayron does stage blood, which actually I've got. I haven't actually used it yet, but I have got Mayron stage blood because again, it's designed to be something that is kind of a little bit more professional, like theatre
it's
stuff.
designed to come off.
Yeah. I'm just not a fan of. Like I said, the only stuff that I will use that's like proper basic stuff is if I'm just doing like a one-off costume, or if I'm just doing something that just requires a little bit of colour, I'll use like snaz or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'll use, what do I use snaz? I do use snaz for something. Oh, I use snaz for Caleb's beard because it's brown.
Oh, yeah, same.
And kind of use that for his beard because it's just dabbed on. And it's just on my face. It's not on. I don't need to have like full coverage or anything. It's just like making stubble kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like I'll use snaz for that. Like anything that's like full. I do not enjoy you. I'd rather pay a little bit more money for Mayron if I can get hold of it.
Yeah. And to be fair, Mayron can last a hell of a long time.
Absolutely, because it's a big, so you get a big cake of stuff for it, and if you're only using, like, if you're spraying the bottle of the thing and only using like a little bit of it at a time, it can last you like a good 7-8 like full applications. I've got a bag full of Mayron, which I suspect we'll be using for the LARP because I think Luke and Jade and I are doing the makeup for the LARP. So I'm like, we've already got tons of stuff. Don't go buying anything.
Yeah. We do have the tendency nowadays of, I want to be this colour. What's everyone got?
Yeah, exactly. Like, literally, for the LARP that we're crewing, Jade is also a cosplayer as well, who's kind of moved into LARP. And she's got a full FX kit. She loves all her makeup effects and stuff. But we literally said to the game organisers, we were like, guys, don't go buying anything. If there's anything specific you need, we'll all bring basically our full kits and stuff. Because I've got a lot of body paint. Got a lot. So we're just like, we'll just bring out like normal kits, and essentially, if there's anything extra that you specifically require, if you need like a lot of monsters to be a certain colour and we don't all have that colour, cool. But like realistically, between us, we're gonna have everything.
Yeah.
Don't go buying extra when it's probably not gonna be needed. But yeah, we just end up kind of going. I always kind of go, hey guys, I've already got that colour. Would you like it?
Yep.
Here, buy me a drink. Because yeah, I think I've bought so many different Mayron colours and then ended up not doing the character or whatever. Like, because I bought red now for Ruby of the Sea, but won't do her this time. Might do her again like in the future. Because to be honest, she's going to be really easy for me because she's just going to be a dress that I already own and I'm comfy in. So, but now I've got red Mayron, so which I struggled to get hold of. I got there eventually without paying. Really, like, I tend to plan enough ahead that I don't really need to pay an absolute fortune for something. Because it was when you were trying to do Killian, wasn't it? And you were like, I don't have a dark green. He went to go look for it,
Yep.
and it was all ridiculously priced. And I was like, well, I've got some. I'll bring it along. Like, there's no
Yeah.
point you buying something for a ridiculous price. I've got so many cut
10
out
numbers.
now. Yay!
10 numbers.
I've got a bag full of cutouts. Okay, this was my boy that I made the other day. So he is a B-boy. I might have to change his ribbon now actually, which I might do. He's got a drawstring and he's got zips. Because having a zip tote bag would be really nice. But he's fully lined. He's like got a good weight to him because he's got the fleecy boy. So I enjoy him. But I'm bored of cutting out now, so I think I might switch. What I might do is switch the purple out for maybe that cream ribbon that I've got.
Yeah.
Because I think the cream would go better. So, we find
Oh, hey, it's AC's birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy 17th birthday, AC.
17? I'm so much older than you.
Baby, yes. I'm not going to sing happy birthday to you because I hate that song.
Do you?
With an absolute passion.
Why do you hate that song?
It's boring.
It is boring, but it's traditional.
I don't care if it's traditional. Traditional doesn't mean good.
No.
Don't get me started on this argument. There are so many movies of, oh, you've got to watch them. They're a classic. Yeah, but I hate them.
I mean, that's fair.
Most for me is Blade Runner. It's like, oh, but it's so good. It's like, oh, but it's so dull.
I mean, if you don't enjoy it, then why would you?
Yeah. Most Kubrick films, honestly, for me, Space Odyssey 2001 or whatever the hell that one's called. I fell asleep on a stranger's shoulder. Yeah, I saw 20 minutes of it.
I haven't really seen that many films because my parents never really bothered watching many films when I was a kid, and because I had like 2 younger sisters, one of whom's 5 years younger than me. It was always kind of a bit weird to try and watch something that would be like age appropriate. So I watched a lot of Disney. That's about it.
Most of these random ones I watch as part of anime sci-fi. Have you had a good birthday then, AC? You've been up to much? We have been, doing crafty things. Basically. I'm going to start drawing numbers onto felt.
Yay!
Apparently it's SpongeBob's birthday as well.
Okay.
Interesting factoid, AC. Why do you know it?
Couldn't say C. Hey, see, we were just saying we're probably going to do Rycon this year and possibly Scotland MTM as well.
I'm going to have to do some quick maths about how many of these I actually need.
Oh boy. Yeah, I think the ivory looked better with this bag. Didn't like the perp. So, fun fact, if you want to put a drawstring in something, you have 2 little holes on either side to get the drawstring out, but then to put this ribbon through, the easiest way is actually with a safety pin. It goes all the way around. It's fiddly as hell. It's great. Mind you, this ribbon's real thin, so hopefully we should be able to have a better time. Also, I remembered when I put the handles on that I need to do it underneath the drawstring bit. Don't sew it onto the drawstring bit, otherwise you're going to sew the drawstring bit closed.
Right, I think that's right. I need 12 ones, 3 twos, and 2 of everything else. In each colour.
Oh boy.
At least ones are easy.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't put any special nodules on, it's literally just a round thing.
Yeah.
Apparently AC knows because his friend sends him weird stuff. We all have those friends.
Bethan.
Jeannie.
Jeannie.
Calling her out now. Because she sends me some right random stuff sometimes. I'm not saying I don't return the favour.
Yeah.
Because I do.
Luke and I usually end up sending each other songs. Good. What did he send me earlier? He sent me a cover of something by Madonna. And I was like, I've not heard this cover before. It was American Pie. I was like, I've not heard this cover before. It was actually really good.
You've not heard Madonna cover American Pie?
No. I've only ever heard the Don McLean one.
Huh.
My mum's a purist. My mum loves that song.
Fair enough. The version I know best out of that one is the Weird Al Yankovic parody, so I can't talk.
I mean, I know that one as well. Oh yeah, I like this. I like this colour.
Sample's done a cover of American Pie? Yes. Many, many years ago, Sample.
Like, I was aware it was probably an old song.
Am I in the minority here? It sounds like I may actually be in the minority of being one of the ones who heard this. Okay, fair enough.
Fair enough. I don't know.
Which is weird, because we weren't really a Madonna household.
No, I was going to say, like, I wasn't really.
We were chiefly Beatles, Enya, and musicals from my mum. And, like, Meatloaf and Alice Cooper and that kind of thing.
That's fair. We were a little bit mix of everything, really. Definitely
Well,
like.
to give you a good example, my favourite song when I was 8 was "Touch Me" from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That's fun.
I didn't know what it meant.
No.
It was fun to say.
I mean, one of my favourites was from Les Mis. Was Lovely Ladies.
Yep.
Which again, I didn't know what it meant.
Also effectively had early form podcasts in that we had the audio tapes of Blackadder the Second. So I was word perfect on the vast majority of that season before I ever actually watched it. AC's family are a metal and punk rock type of family. Cool.
Nice. We were more kind of acoustic because my uncle is a singer-songwriter and my stepdad is a session violinist. So there's usually a lot of jams around my mum's house. Which is not a bad time to have.
I was about to say, that's a really cool reason to have that kind of musical experience.
Basically. Like, most people in my family can play an instrument. I can't.
My mum has grade 8 in both clarinet and flute, which means that effectively she's got an A level in them.
Yeah.
Which was an instrument. Ian got a clarinet and I got a flute. I believe she still plays the clarinet in the cadets band.
Nice.
Because Ian and I both gave up relatively quickly because we are lazy people. I think I kept up the flute till about year 8 or year 9, but then I had other stuff to do and I wasn't interested, and I was dancing 5 times a week and I just didn't have time to practice.
You end up having like other interests, which is fair.
Well, I've danced since I was 5.5, so I'm not sure why she thought I had the time in the first place.
That's fair. I did. What did I do when I was a kid? I did gymnastics for quite a few years, until we moved down to Preston, and I did swimming like competitively for a while, and then I did horse riding horse riding lasted the longest. So.
AC has just dropped the worst pun.
Oh dear. I'm probably quite glad that your audio cut out.
He did then immediately apologise. That's a Debbie pun, is what that is.
Yep.
That's not a compliment.
I need my scissors. I need my scissors. They're like right next to me. I'm a flipping idiot.
I mean, to be fair, they're usually not. Sisters like to go on little adventures while you're sewing.
I do. That's why I got everything ready next to me when I started doing the stuff this morning. But yeah, that looks better with the ivory boys. I like them better.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more of these. Then I get to start on other numbers. You should be sorry, AC. You should be. Damn it, Charlie boy.
Damn it, Charlie boy. I have like a bag of stuff that's cut out and a bag of completed ones. And then I have the straps of shame, which were being sewn on my sewing machine. Because you obviously heard me shouting at them. Because faux suede going through the sewing machine with 2 layers of interfacing, they're not very good friends.
No like?
No like.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right, that's my ones drawn out.
I'm making a rubbish bag. Right, let's have a look at what I've actually got in the sewing
AC
bag.
says, you think I'd be more than mature than this, but nope. Did I just mention that's a Debbie level pun, right? Debbie is Mel's age.
Yes. I think over twice your age. I can't bear.
Also, quite frankly, that's a dad pun, so
It is.
maturity's got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but AC is a dad, so it's fine. AC's a dad to his group. I've seen him at cons. He has to babysit. Right, you can go in that pile. Oh, I forgot you needed ribbon. Pile of cutout stuff. Yay! However, this boy needed a ribbon the other day and I didn't have a ribbon for him. Now I do. This was the boy that I sewed yesterday that I ended up sewing the lining, and it's like a Duchess satin lining. It's really pretty. But I sewed it inside out yesterday. I had to unpick it all. I double sew these to make sure they're strong.
Because Mel is a competent seamstress.
Trying to be a competent because I'm hoping to like do something with these. So I'm trying to be neat and tidy. Doesn't always end that way. But
I wonder what colour I am with. What colour could it be?
I didn't hear that because you cut out again. What was that?
I wonder what colour of Sharpie I could be working with. Covered.
I wonder.
Apparently we're very funny, Mel. We try.
Are we? Are we really? Have you seen the Marauders panel?
Excuse you, I'm hysterical. Just by existing. Bored now.
Same, that's why I've moved on to ribboning.
Someone come do this job for me.
We should just, like, wish we were in the same room. We could just swap for a little bit.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
See if I can bribe Debbie. Debbie.
Because these kind of tedious jobs are always, like, the ones where you just kind of go, ugh. Obviously, like...
For my information, AC does not know Mel's age because you should never ask a lady's age. Therefore, Debbie and Mel could be 12 for all they know.
Oh, yeah, we're 12, that's us.
You wish.
I don't wish. I would never wish that on my worst enemy being that age again.
Be 34 this year.
Do you mean 34 this year? 35 this year.
Oh, I'm wrong. There you go. They are 34.
Yep.
It's a very cosy stream. Aww. Again, we try.
Ah, getting poked by the safety pin through the...
We like to be friendly. And then Mel gets poked by things, you know.
The safety pin's come undone inside the bag. It just poked me through the bag. I was like, ow. Real cozy, guys. Real cozy. Oh no, I think it's got stuck.
Come for the banter, stay for the poking.
And now it really isn't anymore. No. See, this is why I was getting poked. Came undone, kids. It came undone. It's very cozy, yes, with all my belongings surrounding me.
Natalia feels very young in this stream. You're not very young, we're very old,
We're
it's
very
fine.
old, yeah, it's fine. I am fully used to being like 10 years older than most Highlanders.
I casually mentioned something about turning 30 earlier this year at work and just had one of my co-workers going, "What?" Yes, I'm 30.
Like, majority, like, most of the banders are like 23, 24, 25.
Mm.
It's just that.
Oh, Natalia's 15. Okay, yeah, yes, you're very young. I take it back.
Oh boy.
Mel, stop swearing.
Not been swearing. Thank you. I've been a good child.
And Sample says, sharp poking is a true experience of sewing things. Yeah, basically.
Basically. It was a safety pin that did it. I wasn't even sewing anything.
If you haven't bled on your cosplay, is it really a cosplay?
At least once during construction.
Oh yeah.
Clean it all, which is what I had to do last weekend. Because I was like, I think it's just full of cat fluff.
That's because Alfie likes to try and help.
He does. He's actually not here. I think he might be outside.
Yeah. Where's my 4 gone? There's my 4. Numing through this. Mel never swears, Sarah. What are you talking about?
Never.
I mean, I really can't talk. Natalia says, I swear, don't worry, I'm used to it. Good. Don't mind people swearing unless it's your dad. Fair enough.
That's fair.
I did have my mum a few years ago trying to call me out for saying bloody.
What?
And for a start, I'm British. That's not a swear word.
No.
Also, I'm 20. At this point, it's like, I'm 25, mum. Own place and have done for 7 years. I don't think you're allowed to school me like this anymore.
Things. It's got to come undone again.
Okay.
But I'm like literally nearly there. The safety pin is there and the hole is there. That's just rude.
How dare it?
Safety pin. I'm gonna have to change it out if I can ever get it out.
Currently, I'm having the fun of trying to draw around stencils without the stencils shifting on me.
Oh boy. To be fair, I'm terrible.
Seems to be going okay.
It's definitely got a pokey. I don't want to take it all out again.
See, now I've got the stencils, this should take a lot quicker to get through everything, so I'm not having to sketch them out every time. But, like, what I'd like to get finished today is I'd like to get all of these drawn and cut out. And preferably, I'd like to get the net drawn and cut out. But we'll see what happens with that one.
Like, annoyingly, we're both basically doing the really boring jobs that you're doing.
AC says, you're Scottish, so you learn to swear into 3 there. Hetalia says, Mum keeps telling off for saying goddamn and she thinks it's a swear word. It is, sorta. But, yeah, I wouldn't consider it one. And, are you making a set of giant dice? I'm not. I'm just making D20s. For now. Because, in theory, that's all we should need for the plans. I have made a set of giant dice in the past. One of my friends commissioned me, and he has got every single polyhedral dice. So he has got D4, D6, D8, D10, D12, D20. That took me a while. Because one of the reasons that I'm making this dice extra big, apart from it will be easier for our plans, and I have enough fabric, so why not?
Yeah.
Because this way I get to double the size of the numbers.
Yes, that's
And
true.
in theory, they may now be big enough that I may actually feel confident in going around them on the machine.
Yes, good point.
Because previously I have had to hand sew all the numbers because they've been too
Yeah.
delicate and I couldn't manage to go around. And this will be quite a lot quicker if I can just do it on the machine.
Yes. Well, yeah, because
If
like, you
not,
can
that's going to be
imagine
my evenings for the next
if you're
couple of
doing
weeks.
the
It's just going to be.
net, like if you're doing the net out flat and then you sew the numbers onto the net before you assemble the net, essentially.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Gonna do that anyway.
Yeah.
But we shall see whether I feel confident enough on the sewing machine because to actually be able to go around them. Possibly with a zigzag stitch, so I cover the end. We'll see. But if I can, that will make life so much easier.
Yeah.
And if not, my next few weeks are going to be sitting there watching TV in the evening. I have actually got permission, if need be, to take them to gaming with me next weekend
Yes, that makes sense.
for hand sewing because, as Steve put it, you can still focus while doing that. That's fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because like you sew like I do, where you can have something on the background and just be like focused on the thing, or doing stream, for example.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I don't know how well.
well, it's one downside. It has to be something I've seen before so that I can focus.
Ah.
I can't watch new stuff and sew at the same time because I miss what's going on because I'm not glancing up. But I'm all right. Hetalia might also be going to see AC/DC next year.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Can I have your life? Jeez.
Hey Sarah, do you like this green
I have
bag?
been to like 3 gigs in my life, one of which was Pride, which I'm not sure counts.
Sarah,
But
I
Pride
just
last.
realised this is your colour. This is your green.
It is. But yeah, Pride Bristol last year, the final act on the main stage was busted. And my inner teenage girl was incredibly happy because that was my jam when I was 15. So, Debbie was less invested and not particularly happy that I had dragged her there, but she did hang around while I did a bounce, and I was happy.
Yeah, I can listen to it.
Yeah, we were supposed to go to Pride yesterday, but neither of us felt particularly people-y,
Yeah.
so we decided we'd rather not go for the sake of going and not
Oh
enjoy
yeah.
ourselves.
Like some days you just like I don't want to deal with people. I
Yeah.
was very much yesterday. All I wanted to do was just sit because I've been wanting to sew all week, and I was like, I just want to sit and like not have to deal with other people and just sew. Like that would be nice. I was more peoply today, so I was like, I will go to the fabric shop and spend lots of money and talk to lots of people. Yay!
Okay, Italia, possibly I don't want your life. You poor thing, you okay?
Hi.
So, do you want to have a stalker and be bullied and go through your exams again?
Oh.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. Um, the exams part, definitely no, bite me. I've done my time.
Yeah. Done my time.
Um, AC says been to about 17 concerts in his life, and Sample saying 17, I've been to one. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling here.
I've been to about like 4 or 5. Not been to that many.
I've been to Nightwish. I went to a couple of small ones, like from local bands that they had as part of Rockstock when I was in uni.
Hmm.
I saw Busted at Pride last year, and that's about it.
I mean, like I said,
A lot more music.
my uncle's a singer songwriter, so if you don't count like his gigs, because I've been to lots of them, because he plays a lot of local
Yeah.
gigs. I've been to like, so I'm not counting them, but I've been to like Manchester a few times for gigs, but it tends to be like the smaller gigs anyway that I'd rather go to.
Yeah.
So I've never really been to a big like arena gig because it's not really my jam.
Yeah. I am less like sort of music shows and more like musical kind of thing. Like I went to go see Muppets at the O2 last year. That was fun. I've seen a lot of musicals, and I've seen a lot of random plays from my theatre studies years.
Okay, this is cute. I like this one. I think I might do another one that size, but with like a zip at the top to make like a makeup bag or something.
Yeah. AC says his family loves music. That's cool. Italia says they're mostly all right, but just wants to leave school right now. Yeah, I can see that.
Nice.
That's why he goes to That's why they go to cons and concerts. Fair.
Yeah, basically.
And
Like,
Supper
if you're
says
15, you can't, like, depending on what you're doing next or whatever, like, you might
Yeah.
not have that much longer. But at least, like, if you're 15, you've also then got school holidays coming up.
Yeah.
So you should be alright.
And Sample says loves music, but the concerts they want to go to never come here. Feel your pain.
So I'm quite lucky in that stuff.
I am close enough.
Manchester.
I'm close enough to London that if I did want to go see stuff, it probably wouldn't be too much of a pain. But I don't have that strong a level of caring most of the time.
Yeah.
And in terms of musicals and things, which I do care more about, they do come to the Hippodrome at Bristol. Like, Debbie and I have got tickets to go and see The Lion King later this year.
Oh, nice.
Which, as of next paycheck, I will finally pay her for. Yeah. All year.
I like, yeah.
Debbie currently has about half of my soul on mortgage. Apparently Muse came to Norway a few years ago for some reason, and it was glorious.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never been. Admittedly, while I would like to see some bands live, that's never really been more my jam. I've definitely been more musicals. So, potentially for Debbie's birthday this year, she is just going to ask for either money or theatre tickets from people.
Nice.
And then just for her birthday is going to be just us going to London and watching a good 2, maybe even 3 musicals in a weekend.
That makes sense.
Which would be cool.
A few years ago as well.
Yes, because both of us have a very fairly similar tastes. We all want to see the same thing. Currently, Debbie is hoping Hamilton is her current obsession.
Yes.
And it's been extended so often in London that it's been here like a year and a half longer than it's supposed to be or something. So she's hoping that it gets extended one more time and they will be here around December. But there hasn't been any indication either way yet, so she's not sure. Oh, Sample and AC both getting in here. Hamilton!
I went to see Book of Mormon in Manchester the other week with the boyfriend because he actually wanted to go see it. It was really good. It was really good. It was very similar humour of like Avenue Q.
Yeah.
So
I want to see Avenue Q is coming again next year. We might go see that again. I want to see Phantom of the Opera is chief in my list.
Seen it
because I'm a theatre nerd and I've heard the staging is absolutely gorgeous.
It's amazing. I've seen it on Broadway.
We're going to see Lion King.
It was my bucket list. It was my thing to do when I was in New York. Yes. I was like, I want to go.
I've seen Wicked 3 times. I've seen Rock of Ages twice. I've seen We Will Rock You 3 times.
I've not seen either of those.
I've seen Les Mis 4 times, I think.
I've seen Les Mis lots.
And then I've seen like the smaller one. Like one of my absolute all-time favourites is a one called Blood Brothers.
Oh yeah.
And that's, if you ever get a chance, Blood Brothers is super good.
Yes. I think like we studied it in school, so like I've wanted to go see it.
Apparently Hitalia has only got 2 days of school left. Shiny.
There you go.
And then theatre school for the last week, and they're in love with Hamilton too. AC went and saw Blithe Spirit the other week. I haven't heard of that one.
What's that one?
Twice in London, it's so great, and Book of Mormon in London was hilarious, really great casting.
Book of Mormon was amazing. Like, it's touring at the moment, so I went to see it in Manchester. It was so good.
Yeah, I've seen Avenue Q a couple of times. With that one, as it happens.
It was
we actually had the best combo of people for Avenue Q. There was 4 of us. It was me, Debbie, Theo, and Mel. and we had me, who's seen it, me, who knew all the songs and therefore had a pretty good idea of what was going to happen. Mel, who'd heard a couple and wasn't really sure what was going on, and Theo, who knew nothing.
That was funny, actually.
So I was half paying attention to the stage and half just sitting and waiting for reactions because I knew what was coming.
Yeah, I'd heard a couple of the songs, so like I knew.
Apparently, Blythe Spirit has a movie of it from 1969. Good year. It's very old but very good. Cool.
Sounds good.
I have seen Billy Elliot. Billy Elliot live
yes.
is very good.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of the other major ones I actually want to see, but I haven't yet. Like, I saw a lot of plays with theatre studies because I did theatre studies for 4 years, both GCSE and A level.
Yes.
And like one of my favourite all-time school trips was we were going to go and see we were going to go see a Shakespeare play because one of the exams was describe how the same Shakespeare play would have been produced in different centuries. So we had to sort of imagine, watch on video, go see live for different sort of centuries. So I got to see The Tempest with Patrick Stewart in as Prospero. We were going in the morning and then we were going in the afternoon, and my teacher was like, well, we've got like this 5-hour gap in the middle, but we get students' rates. Pick a musical. Awesome. So I got to see all of that and Wicked for like 20 quid.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, if your teacher who's of theatre studies is like, hey, we can go see something, what do you want to go see? Because, hell, they're going to want to go see.
There was a big argument, but it came down to it in the end. Hetalia says, oh, their stalker wants to meet up with them at SunnyCon next year, which scares them. Can't speak for everyone else. Come find me and I'll be detective.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not going to speak for all of Vanda, but
oh no, but you can speak probably to.
I will hide. I will step in front of if required.
Same.
I'm quite happy to be Heidi person. AC says saw one called The Dark Carnival, and by far it was their favourite. Haven't heard of that one either.
Yeah, if you need somewhere to like hide, feel free to come find us, because I've done that for people far too many times, sadly.
No, I think my favourite musical that I saw in school might be Blood Brothers. It's just really well done. The worst one I ever saw, there was a 3-act one, which is never a good start.
No.
About the life of... Was it Aristotle?
Oh, wow.
Some major philosopher, I can't even remember who, which is, of course, a very good sign. It was so boring. They What You've Seen So Far song at the beginning of the 3rd act, and that was the only good bit. That's what I remember. I don't remember anything else.
Oh god.
Looks like Sample is sympathising, I'm assuming, with apparently, Natalia's mum has also said, basically, come find us.
Yeah.
And Victor. We're happy to do that, my dude.
Yeah.
AC says they will go to SunnyCon just to be Natalia's bodyguard. Aww.
Like I said, AC is like the dad of his group. Like, I'm mum of the Banders, and Luke's dad of the Banders, and Sarah's the mad aunt of the Banders.
I feel on the other hand, if you make it to Sunny, AC, I might finally actually get to meet you in person. Hint, hint.
Yay! You should, AC, because it's really good and it's not far from Newcastle and it's really cheap from Glasgow, just saying. I've got 2 actually pinned up to sew now. Yay!
I've done all the drawery bit, now I'm doing the cutty bit.
I've got bored of cutting out, so I'm like pinning them to sew. I'm just deciding what goes together first. I think I was going to do this boy with the black boy.
Oh.
My leggies don't like me sitting on them.
And Sample has said if they could project over there and be the shield for Hetalia. There you go, everyone loves you, my dude.
Yep.
All here for you.
Like, I feel like generally cosplayers tend to be like that anyway.
Yeah.
Because, like, everyone's kind of been there at some point.
Yeah.
Where they've needed somebody else. Be like, hey, I'm going to come look after you for a bit. Usually you lot going, hey Mel, you know you want to eat something and have coffee, right?
Yeah.
Because, yeah, while I'm usually like the person going, hey, let's look after everybody else, sometimes also you need that too.
This is what my job tends to be, is Mel will watch everyone else and I'll watch Mel.
Yeah, basically. It's like we were saying it. We kind of want to make sure that everyone's enjoying it as well.
Yeah. AC says, would you really want him and Debbie to be together? They would make all the puns. I already live with it. It can't be that much worse. But he will try and make it to SunnyCon. Yes!
Yes, do it.
Join us. Join the Banderblob.
You'll find there's a lot of the Scottish contingent down there because there's a lot of people that come down from Glasgow or Edinburgh because it's cheap on the train.
Sample worked at a booth last year and saw a dude being really creepo to someone, and for the rest of the weekend called her over to ask something important to save her. Because you're a good human.
I've worked booths, worked cons, done cosplay areas, done masquerades, kicked people out for being horrible. That was always fun. Yeah.
Like, I've never had someone be creepy enough to me that I felt the urge to hide behind the shield of Mel and Luke, but I know it's there.
Yeah. Like, I've never really
Which is
had
very reassuring.
anyone be overtly creepy to me, I think. But because I've always been, like, the older cosplayer with a lot of younger folk, it's like one of my first cons that I was at, there was a girl, like, she was only 18, it was like her first con. Inappropriate questions by a YouTuber.
Yeah.
And you just suddenly see like me and Jess just sweeping like, no, that's not appropriate, thank you, goodbye.
Yeah.
Right in front of his camera, ruining his shot on purpose. Yeah.
Like, the closest I've got was wearing Harley at Insomnia last year. And someone spent, as it was, a good like 10 minutes staring at me because he'd seen me in Barry the previous day and was like,
Sarah the Chameleon.
But he asked for a photo and he sort of put an arm around my back and it was, oh, the fabric's nice. It's like, and I'm going back behind the table.
Oh,
Ever got, so.
I don't know if I've ever really had it. I'm trying to think now.
Tally says, I have to deal with him at school every day. Also wants to meet at the after party of Saturday of SunnyCon next year.
No.
I take it as the sort of person, if you just tell him no, he won't listen, unfortunately. AC says, the sad and best thing is that he looks like he's 12 years old, so he still pays child prices for travel, so it'd be very cheap for him to get to SunnyCon.
Like, it's also very cheap anyway.
I did used to have the very convenient face that I didn't get carded for things, but I could just about get away with bus fare for a child fare. I don't know why.
Oh.
For a couple of years, around sort of like 16 to 18.
The apprentice that used to work at my place had a very baby face. So you just used to like flatten his hair a little bit more so that like it looked like a child, and basically get on look like get the student price ones. And I was like, God damn you, because he was like 21.
Yeah.
It's been a long time, man. I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh, Natalia, I wish I could hug you through the screen right now, my dude.
Oh. What are they saying?
That kind of person feels like in an abusive relationship with him, but not even dating him. Yeah, that sucks, my dude.
Just be as assertive as you can. Don't be aggressive, be assertive. That's how I've got through my life. If you're assertive and you basically just say, even if you pull them aside and you say, look, I'm not interested, it's not going to happen, point, then they don't back off, that's when you get other people involved.
Yeah.
But genuinely, I have had 2 stalkers, one of whom was at uni and one of whom I worked with. And I had to tell them quite straight of being like, look, I'm not interested, off you go now. They didn't listen, so I threatened police on them. That's when they backed off, funnily enough. So yeah, that one. Genuinely just be assertive. But don't be aggressive and don't do anything that you don't need to be doing.
If you need someone to be aggressive, we will.
Hi.
We will be aggressive on your behalf.
Yes. Because I can also do that. But yeah.
Especially at SunnyCon, where we guess, therefore Mel knows who's in charge.
Yep.
So if need be, Mel can get people kicked out.
Yep. Done it before. We'll do it again. Somebody was being real creepy to somebody in my masquerade queue, and I went, get out. Security, please. Can you get that person out, please? They're not coming back in. And they did.
Tally says, thanks guys, my friends are trying to help and so is the school and he isn't listening to anyone, including them. Yeah, unfortunately that's a sign of stalkers.
Yes.
What else is going on in the chat is that Sample says, has that face where almost bought beer by accident when they were 12 and the cashier didn't card them. To which AC responded, how do you almost buy beer by accident?
Probably because you think it's like root beer or
Apparently from the person behind before him, so the cashier scanned the beer when he read the rest of his stuff and was confused why it was so expensive.
Ah, there you go.
Tally says, it would be funny to see you and Mel fighting him, that would be great.
Oh boy. Trust me
I grew
when
up
I
with 2
say
brothers.
yeah, and also trust me
I
when
fight
I
dead.
say you don't want me and don't want to get on the wrong side of me and Sarah and Luke. Yeah.
Hey, if I have to wear my 4-inch Jareth heels to a party so I can tower and intimidate someone, I will.
It was the other day.
AC saying, come and have a nice talk to this person.
A nice talk. I will also have a nice talk. I will be very civil about it. But hello, have you seen
That's
my
different.
intimidating? Have you seen my intimidating body language anytime recently? It was when my character in D&D the other day jumped on a table and was being intimidating, and everyone else just went, "Hi, Mel." I was like, "That's my character. It's not me." Honest. Why have I got needles in my pin pile? That's just wrong. Go in the needle pile.
like, most of the time I sound more aggressive than I actually am. To the point where I got a reputation at anime sci-fi. I may have threatened to throw Mickey out of the window for about a year.
Oh dear.
He introduced us to a series, and it's really mind-bending and annoying. And yeah, we were on a 6th floor, and I threatened to throw out the window multiple times. And then he invited me back to watch the sequel, and within the first 10 minutes I tried. But because of this, for a couple of years there at Anime Sci-Fi, I had a reputation.
Oh dear.
Whoops. Sample says, if you're comfortable with it, you can alert the con staff as well, and they can keep an eye out to help you. That's very good advice.
Yes.
Con staff are there to help you.
Like I said, I used to work cons, so that's why I'm kind of hyper aware of that kind of thing. But yes, like if you're ever at a con and you're just like, I don't feel safe right now, literally just tell any of the con members of staff. They'll always have like t-shirts on, or they'll have like bands on to say they're con staff. Like always talk to the con staff, because they are there to help. They're trained in that kind of thing as well. So like that's why I'm powerful, because I've dealt with them at con as a staff member. I also, for my day job, work in security. Yay. I'm admin in security, might I add, but I work in security.
Let's see. Talia says, would be funny if I did the towering over in 4-inch heels thing. Would be dying on the laughter on the floor if you did that. For reference, I'm not sure anyway.
No, like Sarah and I are both 5'8" anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then you've got Jeannie.
Yes, then you've got Jeannie. Do not ever get on the wrong side of Jeannie. My lord, I would not like to get on the wrong side of Jeannie.
Jeannie is genuinely belligerent. She has been my bodyguard at things several times, because as a general rule, when it comes to people hitting on me, I am busy as hell. For those in this chat who aren't aware, I'm asexual aromantic, so I literally just doesn't register for me. Until they start getting creepy, at which point Jeannie is the one going, excuse me, get off my mate, or I will fuck you up.
I will bear that in mind as well, for when Jeannie is not there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm completely oblivious, Mel. I'm terrible.
Okay. I'm very good at body language, so...
I'm not.
I am.
You know I've mentioned before Creepy Tom?
Yes.
The first time I realised he was interested in me was when he kissed me.
Oh, okay.
Literally hadn't noticed before that point. I'm terrible.
Unfortunately, I'm only good because I've had 2 stalkers, and so now I've realised what signals I'm giving off to somebody sometimes.
AC, Mel says, you're so much taller than him, always intimidated by you. Not in a bad way, it's just that he's really freaking short.
Aww.
And Sample said that done before, and they were so helpful and nice. I think they ended up kicking the guy out because Sample was underage. So yeah, like that's what they're there for. Con staff are there to help the con goers. That's their job.
Exactly.
Whether it's going, excuse me, where is the lose, or going, that person is looking at me weird and I'm creeped out.
Yeah. Like, it can be... Like, if I ever witness it at a con as well, I'm definitely the first person to shout up.
Yeah.
So, like, for other folk as well. Because, like I said, while it's not really happened to me much, there's a lot of people that are a lot younger than me. And even if I don't even know them, like, I'll still kind of be, like, catching eyes with folk sometimes and just be like, you okay? It can be really hard to say something sometimes. And like, I'm the person who is literally not scared to do that. So, hey.
Mel has the ability to turn off her British. Not all of us have that.
Like I said, my day job is in security. I'm surrounded by a lot of ex-security guards a lot of the time. Literally, I can switch on the security if I need to. It's also
whereas
where
I grew up with 2 brothers, so I fight dirty.
Yeah. I can be very civil about it though. I can be, but literally when one of my first crewing experiences was at Insomnia back in the day when it was just a LAN and there was a lot of creepy dudes about. It was yeah, a little bit different to now. So yeah, there was a lot of that, and when you end up your first crewing experience, you end up on the BBC being interviewed because you've basically called a guy out for shouting at somebody for liking an anime. Yay! Welcome to me 5 years ago. Not changed much since then.
Natalia says we're both taller than them by 1 inch, 5'7". Guys are same age. To us soon. Okay. It was good seeing you, and I hope we've been at least partly reassuring.
Yeah.
And we will see you at future streams.
Yes.
Bye, Natalia.
Bye. Oh, I feel fun though.
Yeah.
Time. It's not a good time. I hate to say this. It's not a good time being that age and having that because I was not that confident at that age.
No.
Whereas like I got to mid-20s and I was like, hey, this is me now. I'm fine. I can do this. And then obviously when I got into cosplay, I've always been an assertive biatch when I need to be.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, Natalia. AC almost punched a guy because he was harassing his friend and made them feel so uncomfortable. Ended up talking to the guy and needed to say he'll never go through near his friend again.
That doesn't surprise me. Like I said, AC is dad of his group, so that does not surprise me. AC has the same protective tendencies. Like, there's a reason why people call me Mama Mel, even people outside the band.
We called that before we got to you.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. When I was crewing, I was called Mama Mel because I used to do the same thing for all the crew. I don't when or make you feel uncomfortable when they don't need to be. Like, you're cosplaying, wear what the heck you want to wear, be comfortable in it, have fun in it, cool. Don't let somebody make you feel uncomfortable in something that you're comfortable in. That's not fair. Would I be comfortable myself in a skimpy cosplay? No. Does that mean it's
We know that
wrong?
for a fact.
I know that for a fact because I've tried it. Does that mean it's wrong to wear it? No, it's just not cool for me. But does that mean that somebody can't wear it and not be harassed? No. They should be able to... Get me on my bandwagon. You will hear me shout.
Mel's up on her soapbox now, kids.
Yep. Just annoys me. Cosplay's supposed to be fun, y'all. Most of the time
in the name. Cosplay.
Most of the time it is. It's not fun, you're not doing it right.
Sample says, I really hope to meet you guys at a con sometime. You're so wonderful. Aw, thank you. I mean, don't get us wrong. We'll always be on your side when someone's being creepy at you. If you're close enough friend, we'll also take the absolute mick out of you as well.
Oh yeah.
Like literally, like the best example, apart from me and Debbie, because we're awful, is me and Jeannie, because we have been best friends for more than a decade at this point. And we are very much the kind of people who will get each other's attention by going, "Oi, bitch!"
Yep.
"Oi, nerd!" etc., etc. But that's the point of you do it to people that you know what buttons not to push.
Yeah. It's like I've said many times. You know, the only reason I've ever been able to like film like CMVs, for example, with you guys is because I feel super comfy with you.
Yeah.
Like, there's nobody else I'd be doing that with, so.
The best example is if you guys have seen the Wolfstar CMV, the bit where where it's the bedroom scene and Remus and Sirius kiss.
Mhm.
Or for a start, they're not actually kissing.
Yeah.
Just fake to the buggery. But even if it hadn't been, we had a backup plan in case Mel wasn't comfortable even doing that bit.
Yeah.
We had a secondary plan in place of a different scene that we could do. And she went, no, I'm going to try this.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
And was okay with it because everyone knows where my boundaries are. So it's
Yeah.
cool. You know, it's pushing them slightly, but I also quite like pushing my own boundaries sometimes.
Yeah.
Like when I feel safe to do so. So it's like getting on a stage was pushing my boundaries.
Like, isn't that supposed to be a psychology of kids? That the reason they throw so many more tantrums with their parents than with strangers is because they feel confident enough. They know that even if they do throw a tantrum, they'll be safe afterwards because they're in a safe environment.
Oh boy.
So they're more confident about pushing and seeing how far they can get with it because.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Didn't know that, but that makes a heck of a lot of sense.
It's why kids tend to be much less well behaved with their parents.
Yeah, like my sister, for example, and me actually as well. We were always super like well behaved at school, and then like we'd come home and we'd be absolute terror to our parents. But my sister especially.
It's because it's safe, so you know you can be. Basically, is supposed to be psychology like that?
My sister's now getting it because she's got my nephew who's now coming up to 18 months and starting his terrible twos early. So, you know, she's now getting it threefold. Back to what she was doing when she was a kid.
I am actually going to be an auntie soon.
Oh, fantastic.
My little brother is due to have a little girl some point this month. Her name is going to be Isabella.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh, honestly, it's fantastic. I love just being.
I'm probably not going to get to meet the kid until like Christmas.
Yeah, but
because
they live
in Kent with my parents.
Yeah, but then I'm the same. You know, my sister lives in Oxford and I live in Preston, so it's like it tends to be when she comes home for visits and stuff that I'll go and see them. But I honestly love being an auntie. It's great.
I am debating whether to try and make like a baby safe plushie
as like you were saying. Present. I remember you saying this.
Yeah.
I think you should.
One of my friends has just had theirs. His name is Flynn. Oh, which, in case you're wondering, is very definitely a Disney reference.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
The sound of cutting.
Chop, 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 chop. I know, but I'm getting really bored, so I'm cutting really sloppy right now.
Well, I have managed a line of numbers. I'm down to my 5s.
I'm gonna go and have a quick look in chat. I've actually been in chat, it's mostly been you.
Nothing much is happening right now.
My laptop is so warm.
Because it's an old boy. I'm still getting used to having a laptop that works.
I'm slowly saving for one.
I think the same for a desktop.
Yeah, kind of. I think I'm going to go for desktop.
Where? Brief stretchy.
Oh, what am I doing?
Lost my pen. Oh. Is anyone in the chat working on any interesting new cosplays out of interest?
Oh, neither of us are actually working on cosplay today.
Like I said, I would be, but I don't have the die, so.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, the dress that I got is from Primark, which means it's cheap, which I like.
That's good.
All I had to do was take the sleeves off it to make more sort of a waistcoat effect. But also, however, means that it is 100% polyester.
Ah, Rit dye all the way.
Yep, I can't use Dylon, so I have to order it special rather than just going to Hobbycraft.
Yeah.
Sample is working on Notch 2.0.
Yay! More critters.
Yeah. I don't have the attention span to get into crit, sorry.
Like you said though, you tend not to be able to watch stuff like while I'm crafting. So while I'm cutting out things or doing something boring, like what I consider boring anyway, I can have it on in the background.
Yeah.
So like the whole of last weekend, I think, I was basically sewing stuff because I can just stick my headphones in. That's partly why I've got my headphones set up right now.
Yeah.
So I'll just stick my headphones in and away I go kind of thing. Because I could be sewing on the machine and everything and be able to hear everything.
Yeah, like that long a thing, like I will D&D for 4 hours when I'm playing.
Yes, exactly. The new D&D campaigns. Because we continued the Bander one on Friday and it was great. It was really good fun.
I did get a full round of cussing. The last message we got from UAC was about almost punching a guy, so I don't know if your messages are sending or not.
Oh no, it'll be helpful reviews. You need to click show. You might not be logged into the Bander one though. I might need to do it.
I'm not.
2 seconds. Let me do it.
I did not bother switching over to the Bander because I can still see it on my.
Sometimes what it does is it decides that it doesn't like it because it might be swearing.
Okay.
I don't know why. I like to do it. On my
All right.
Dad,
Hang on a second, Daisy. Elle's going to do an investigate.
I've done it. I've shown it. So somehow Blair has become my Condad. He kind of just walks up to me and was like, "Hey, I'm your Condad. Now eat your food. I'll kick your butt." I probably blocked him because of butt.
Really?
Probably.
Because we totally haven't had actual cussing in earlier messages or anything.
Yeah, sometimes it does it. I don't know why. It's not us that said it. Let's put it that way. Oh, I am very bored of cutting out now. I've got lots cut out.
No, poor baby. Do the thing. But yeah, I've been mostly sticking for D&D podcasts. I'm pretty much just still stuck in the adventure zone.
That's fair.
I just finished a re-listen of Balance.
Nice.
And yeah, that finale's not getting old anytime soon. And then I'm gonna re-listen to and get back up to date on Amnesty.
Ooh, nice.
Because I got a bit behind.
Right, pink unicorns. Do we want? I think we do want this fleecy.
Yes, I got a chunk of cussing on Friday because I dropped a massive bit of information and then it ended the session.
Oh no. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You're the worst.
I am very much of the opinion when it comes to D&D sessions, partly because of the influence of my GMs over the years, is effectively treat it as a TV show.
Yeah.
So
Like,
you want to end.
It worked, trust me, because again, our other DM does the same thing. So
yeah, you want to end the sessions on a big bombshell or a cliffhanger, or you want to wrap it all up neatly and
wrap it all up neatly and like go for a long rest is sometimes the other way to do it as well.
Like a lot of the times, we will finish an episode because someone will say a really cool line, and the GM will just sit there and go, "I can't top that. We're done for the session."
That's fair.
Ace says he hasn't sworn once since he's been on the stream. Be proud.
That's true, actually.
We're very proud, dear.
So proud. That's where my pins went. I was like, where did my pins go? They ran away somewhere. Oh, okay.
The good thing about felt is it is very easy to cut.
Yes, it is. Incredibly.
I just have a lot of numbers to cut.
Because I have felt too. Felty, fleecy stuff is like one of my linings.
Yeah. Well, the main reason that I use felt for the numbers always is partly because it's very easy to cut and shape and get delicate stuff out of, and partly because it doesn't fray.
What
have to worry
side
about
do you
hitting it.
think should be the correct side for this one? Because I can basically have it either way around, but I just need to make sure it's good. So I've either got that side, which is like shinier,
Yeah.
or I've got this side, which is less shiny. They're very, very similar.
For outside lining.
For like the bit you want to see, basically.
Have you got enough to do one of each?
Yeah.
Do that then.
I'm just trying to decide which way around I want it.
If you've got enough, do one of each.
True. Just make sure it's not flipped on the right. Sides. Right, let's do that one.
AC was going to say that he hasn't sworn once today, but that's a lie.
On the stream. And I have to make sure it's the right way up as well. Flipping neck. Okay. Because yeah, that would have been the wrong way around. Okay. That's correct. Okay, we'll do it that way around.
These are going to be some big chunky numbers, but the dice is going to be a big chunky boy. So.
That's good though, because you might be able to show them through the machine then, hopefully.
Hopefully, we'll see. If not,
I'm sorry, in my future.
Oh, what have I got in? Okay, I've not got anything in my machine. I was like, what thread have I got in my machine at the moment? I was like, I've technically not got anything because the bobby ran out. So just before, that's what made me swear at it. Like I said, the boyfriend literally heard me swearing at the machine and brought me cheese. I mean,
he's a very helpful invisible ghost.
He is. He's a very helpful cheese toast making. It was the fact that your NPC Matt was who's the same name as my partner disappeared at one point, and then Debbie immediately was just like, "Well, Matt always disappears. He's never there."
It didn't even register to me until I was like, "Oh, do we see Matt?" I was like, "Oh no, Matt's not there." And they're all just sitting there going, "Yeah, well." Matt wasn't there because he was hungover.
Also accurate.
He decided to sneak in late and he got caught.
I love doing
Yeah, we've now run through everything that I prepped for the first session, which took 2 sessions to get through. So now I had to come up with new stuff.
But it, we made it last over 2 whole sessions. So. And that second session was a big boy.
It was.
Ran long.
Sample has to go. Bye, Sample.
Bye.
And AC says, my mate Owen, he's the same age as me and he's a sweet bean, but I've never heard him swear ever. I don't think he's ever said a swear word. I once saw him stub his toe and he shouted lasagna.
Lasagna?
What?
That's funny.
Is he Garfield?
I was in America and I was working in a horse camp. And the horse camp was a Christian horse camp. Which basically meant no swearing around the kids, which I was absolutely cool with because I was like, cool, I don't like swearing around kids anyway. No issue. Step on me, would not move off my foot, and I had to creatively come up with something other than swearing to when it was standing on my foot very, very ouchily, shall we say. Can't remember what I said now, but it was interesting. Trying not to swear when a horse is not moving. The horse doesn't want to move, it won't move, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, D&D was fun. So fun. Sarah is a very generous DM.
I try.
Sometimes. No, it's more the fact of you let us be creative with it as well. And
See,
it's like, hey, that's cool.
you see, as far as I'm aware, that's what the GM's supposed to do.
Oh yeah, for sure. But like, I've heard horror stories of GMs that don't. So
Yeah.
I haven't really experienced it myself because I've literally
Yeah,
had
that
you
just
and
doesn't
one
sound
other.
like a fun game to play. You have to remember, my very first GM was Mickey.
That's
And you've
true.
heard tales of the stuff that Mickey let us get up to because we would come up with a dumb idea and he'd go, it'd either be a simple, yeah, go for it, or it'd be a, oh god, yes, please do that.
This is true. I've met Mickey as well. Mickey is a lovely human. So
He's a sweetheart. Oh yeah, you met Mickey at Alcon, didn't you? And we still
Yeah.
friends.
Like I have vague memories of Mickey.
Everything's Mickey's fault. No, literally, everything is Mickey. He dragged me to join Anime Sci-Fi because he saw me wander past at uni wearing a Millennium Puzzle necklace. And he pretty much dragged me by main force to join Anime Sci-Fi, and he also took me to my first Alcon. And my first D&D. So, everything is Mickey's fault. Mickey's actually the reason behind Soletta.
Cool.
Soletta was my first character in a game where Mickey came up with the characters, and the idea was it was supposed to be a video game that we were running as a tabletop to see if we could break the plot. Because if we could break the plot, then someone playing the video game they were going to code could break the plot.
Yes.
And we nearly did at one point.
So
and that character was Soletta.
I see. Origin stories.
So yeah, literally everything's Mickey's fault.
Everything is Mickey's fault. See, for me, everything's Debbie's fault. So
yeah,
it's all Debbie's fault.
but yeah, just making me join Anime Sci-Fi brought me so much out of my shell in my first year of uni that I came back that Christmas.
Aww.
And one of my friends had taken over my job teaching at my sort of a branch of my dance school.
Yeah.
And she'd come round because my mum was the secretary at the time. And so they were both getting picked up from the same house to get taken to the thing in the morning.
Yeah.
And I was quite cheerfully sort of chatting to her about this and that and telling her what I'd been up to. And after about 5 minutes, sort of noticed that she was being very quiet. I was like, what? And she's like, you're so loud. Sorry. So that was within like 3 months of uni. Because believe it or not, kids, I used to be an absolute mouse. My only friends were the librarians.
Aww.
Because I would be returning books every other day, if not every day.
I used to be a lot shyer than I am now. Like through school and stuff, which is partly why I was like, I would never go back to being. But I just kind of, I don't know. I think like sixth form college, I think for me is where it kind of changed a bit because I found a group of friends that I actually really got on really well with.
Yeah.
And we're all very chill with each other. And I think you just need that sometimes, just to be like, yeah, that's okay. Oh. Don't think this will be happening much longer.
There is literally no one from before uni that I keep in contact with. Like, I have them on Facebook, but type thing. Yeah. But there's no one that I sort of like go out of my way to hang out with or anything. They're all uni friends.
I have some people from a sixth form college still, but that's it. I don't really have that many people, to be honest. Poke.
AC says he was the same, except that he'd forget to take the books back because he loved them too much and the librarians hated him.
I'm gonna keep on the good side of them, man.
Yeah, I read so much that I actually got invited to be part of the Carnegie Medal Award. So, around 2005, 2006, if they've got the Carnegie Medal on them, I helped vote for them.
Nice.
The main one I remember that actually won while I was doing it was one called Coram Boy, which is still a pretty good book from what I remember. But yeah, I was bullied a bit. I didn't really have any close friends, so I just sort of lived in the library.
I had like one really close friend through high school, thank goodness. But
well, see, I did periodically, and then like on their own, sort of decide to drift off and do something else and leave me behind.
Aww.
That happened like 3 or 4 times, so I kind of stopped bothering.
Yeah.
Right, I'm on to the line of ones.
Oh god. Cutting them out now. I have got 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 bags pinned up, but I think I'm actually running out of pins now.
The other thing I make it up into an actual D20, and then compare it with one and sort of write the numbers on. So that when I take it to pieces again, I know on a flat net where the numbers need to go.
Yes.
And what orientation and stuff. But this has not been bad progress for a couple of hours.
I've got a lovely pile of cut ones, and I've got 3 that are all pinned up, ready to just throw through the sewing machine, essentially. So, I think... Yeah, we're on 5:30. I think that's probably pretty good for today.
Yeah.
Because I also need to go sort my
AC
life
needs
out.
to go. See you next time, nerds.
See you next time, nerd. See, I've met you, I can call you that.
So yeah, we'll probably leave it there anyway. Thank you everyone for coming and chatting. Thank you for everyone helping us take it seriously for a bit there when we had some serious stuff to talk about. It's always good to know that you guys will let us talk about that kind of stuff rather than just being joke, joke, joke.
Yes.
Especially since we can't maintain joke, joke, joke unless we're in a panel.
I mean, that's only an hour, so, you know.
And yeah, we will go off and do other things, and I will probably carry on. I'll probably carry on sitting here cutting out numbers. Yay.
Like I need to go make some food and do some lunches and stuff for work and do my work emails because my manager's not in tomorrow. But I really, really want to sit and sew these, but I probably can't. Rude. Like maybe later on, but definitely going to stop for a bit and see what's going on. So we will talk to you guys again soon. Goodbye.